Hey everyone, it's February 21st, President's Day 2011. 2011 would be correct. Who gives a shit about that, right? Okay, so today I spent the day working in the backyard. I built some planters. There is another video, but it's on my break account, and I'm trying to figure out where I put them so I can get it on my YouTube channel. I'm sure there's somewhere just a ton of freaking SD cards laying around. Shit on it. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm working on. So today I removed most of the lawn. I'm not removing the whole thing, but I am going to remove this remaining section here. This little L shape. So as you can tell, it's more than halfway done. Once I have all of the grass up. One second. Once I have all the grass up, I'm going to go ahead and lay down a weed barrier. I'm going to do a double ply. It's basically a cloth that's made of fine wool, and what it does, it keeps grass and weeds from growing up. So basically, they end up dying underneath it and blocks off the sun from it. So no photosynthesis going on. So eventually they'll die, all the roots. And on top of that, or around the border, I'm going to go ahead and bought some industrial border. It's black. It's about 7 inches tall, so I'm going to dig a nice trench all the way around and stake that in. But first I'm going to go ahead and lay out the weed barrier just to keep any grass from coming through. I've had a problem in the past with the border, thinking that the grass was gonna hold the grass back, but what it does, it just grows underneath it and pops up. So I'm gonna put a barrier on both sides of the border just to keep the grass from growing into the plot. This whole yard is just, this grass is pretty worthless. It's mostly weeds. You can't even call it grass. So the parts that end up accidentally killing by leaving the big piles of grass on it, I'll probably just give it some weed feed. It'll spark right up and turn green. Wonderful. Why I don't actually buy a tiller and redo the whole lawn, well, technically I don't own the place, so I'm trying to minimize it as much as possible. Money wise, trying to keep it within budget and realistic. Next year I could be out of here and put all this work into it, but I thought about it, and it's definitely well worth it. Just at least 1 year of great produce, and saying you did it, and have video to prove it. So I actually had to call it quits. I started at 12 because the gardener showed up, and I have the worst gardener. He basically shows up, takes a squat, poos on your lawn, and then he runs it over with his lawnmower, and then he blows it around a bunch. It's pretty worthless. So I had to wait for him to finish, scraping his ass on the lawn. And I do apologize after a long day's work. Truck driver come out. So I wasn't able to finish. I do have a scoliosis problem with my back, so the doctor says I need a bacchiotomy if you believe that shit. But I don't know what that is. But yep, gotta get my back a break. Plus I sit at a computer all day and my hands are starting to really wear on me. So this is one of the beds. It's upside down right now. These posts will go into the ground. Just give it a little support so it doesn't shift. There's another one over there. And this one over here, I think the gardener actually kicked because it snapped. The screws are snapped randomly and it was all hunched over. So I think the gardener got sick of trying to mow around it. Just gave it a good whack. So these ones here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these yet. I told Megan I was going to either do like roses or turn into just little succulents, planters. Honestly, I would love to just put herbs. It's a perfect size. Get some thyme in there, some rosemary. Not rosemary, thyme, basil. And also do some parsley, cilantro. this. Sorry about the helicopters. I have a lot of those. Let's see if my cat can check. Too slow. Alright, can't catch the bird. So this is 10 feet by 5 feet by 10 feet. So, or 10, 5. So that's pretty massive. It's going to take about 75 square feet of soil. At about $5 for every 2 square feet. For every 2 square feet. Yeah, so yeah, it's very expensive. But I'm going to do it. I save money by buying seeds. I'm starting my own seeds instead of buying plants. You can go to Home Depot, you buy a tomato plant, maybe cost you maybe $7, $7.95. I think that's going price right about now. You can spend $3 on 100 seeds. Got 100 tomato plants for $2. So, alright, and I'll go ahead and show you where my seeds are starting. They're indoors right now because it's a little cold at night. But let's go ahead and move inside.